Uh, Thank you, Francesca, and thank you to everyone who is here today. Now, first off, have you ever heard that cliche, teamwork makes the dream work? I know it's cheesy, it's overused, but today I want to invite you to explore the actual truth that is hidden beneath it. Think of the problems you face in life, the issues that you encounter, like a box. If you only ever look at the front of the box, you'll never see any of the problems behind it. But sometimes, turning that box can be really difficult. Maybe you don't know what's on the other side, or maybe you're scared of what you might find, or maybe the thought of turning it never actually occurred to you in the first place. The idea behind collaboration is you can learn to see the back of that box through someone who's never seen the front. This is the exact idea behind One Health. Now, I know what I said probably doesn't make sense, but I promise if you stick with me, it will. So first, let me tell you our story. Our journey starts with the realm of comparative oncology, or the study of cancer. Specifically, we're going to look at the genetic resemblance between humans and dogs. And I know we look alike, but that's not what I'm talking about. Actually, if you look at the resemblance between humans and dogs, you'll find that it extends all the way to cancerous tumors. Now, I know you might be thinking, what do you mean? Well, one thing that makes this story truly remarkable is the discovery that human and dog tumors not only look the same under a microscope, but also are part of the same mutations of the same genes. A connection so profound that in some cases, it is the exact same mutation that causes the cancer to arise and spread in the body. Now, this discovery has allowed us to further our research in both human oncology and veterinary oncology. The narrative gains momentum as we explore recent successes in clinical trials in dogs with osteosarcoma. Osteosarcoma is a rare type of bone cancer that occurs both in humans and dogs. This clinical trial showed that by combining certain drugs, you could actually increase the effectiveness of treatment. And the study in dogs has led to clinical trials in humans happening right now. So, now that we look at this, let's look at a different side of the story. Let's look at Dr. Opara, who has embarked on a journey to redefine healthcare as we know it. He has started by creating a bioartificial pancreas. At the core of Dr. Opara's work is the field of regenerative medicine. The bioartificial pancreas uses the body's inherent regenerative abilities in order to use living tissues and create a pancreas that works just like the ones in your natural body. The bioartificial pancreas focuses on transplantation of living cells, and it uses this structure of something known as an islet cell. So islet cell clusters are the cells in your pancreas that are responsible for insulin production. By transplanting islet cells from both human and animal sources into someone's body, you can actually create a pancreas that, like I said, functions exactly like a natural pancreas. The structure of the bioartificial pancreas is designed with precision engineering that allows the scaffold to support it and mimic the microenvironment inside of our very own bodies. Now, an intriguing part of Opara's approach is a collaboration between human and animal sources in islet cells. You see, by transcending species borders, we aren't limited to just one pool of potential donors. And the viable cells become much more. It also brings oncologists and veterinarians together when it comes to studying. Now, finally, I want to talk about the UN SDGs, or the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. There are 17 of them, and the whole point is that we're supposed to conquer challenges such as poverty, inequality, environmental degradation, and maintaining peace. These goals are set to be achieved by 2030. Now, many of the SDGs actually acknowledge environmental aspects, such as clean water, climate action, life on land, and life below water, or goals 16, 13, 14, and 15. These are all examples of goals that focus on the environment to help us. Protecting and restoring ecosystems, specifically marine ecosystems, goals 14 and 15, are essentially what promotes biodiversity. And biodiversity is not only critical for ecosystem resilience, but it also plays a crucial role in keeping us alive by providing us with stuff like medication, food, water, and clean air. Now, you see, in essence, the environment provides a lot of the essential things that we need, and yet our actions are what affect the environment. So in order to help ourselves, we need to help the environment. And this is the whole idea behind One Health. The idea behind One Health is to remember, like, taking veterinarians and clinicians and and ecologists, and being able to put them together in a room to talk about ideas, to work together on something. And that's exactly what I was talking about at the start of this talk. So, does this actually work? I mean, sure, there's a one-off chance that two very different fields will overlap, but that's not always going to happen. But that is the beauty of this model. The whole reason everything that I talked about today works is because we're talking about people with different perspectives. Take Dr. Opara's work. He initially designed it for it to be used in clinician practices, a bio-artificial pancreas for humans. But from a veterinarian's perspective, if you look at it, it's actually pretty perfect for veterinary use as well. Each and every one of us, everyone in this room, everyone in the country, everyone in this world, all of us have lived different lives and see the world slightly differently. And being able to see something from all these different angles, that's how you solve problems, and that's how you get things to work. You aren't going to solve an issue at work, or a conflict with your friends, or understand that math assignment you just can't seem to get right if you keep doing the thing you know doesn't work. What you need to do is you need to get up, and you need to take a different look at a different angle. Thomas Edison didn't just invent 1,000 ways not to make a light bulb. He invented 1,000 different ways not to make a light bulb. So, maybe take a step back, change the angle, and get a different set of eyes. They might see the thing that you're missing. Think for a moment of the feats of collaboration. Say, the Apollo 11 moon landing. All of these feats that you might think about in history are allowing multiple individuals achieving something that they couldn't do alone. So, now, I can lay all of this out in front of you. I can put it all on the table. And none of it matters if you don't see it. Just like how, if you don't see the back of the box, you don't see the problem. So, normally, I'd lay this all out in front of you, and I'd ask you exactly what you're going to do about it. But I'm not going to do that today. Today, I'm going to ask you to take a minute to think about that problem in your life, that issue you just can't seem to solve, that piece that just won't click. You got it in your head? Good. So, now, look at the people around you, everyone in this room, and instead of asking yourself what you'd do, ask yourself what would they do about it. You might find that the answer is just what you need. Thank you.